What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Record Store Day edition of Inside the Vinyl. I'm your host, Tim Ianconi. If you would go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel below, that would be greatly appreciated. If you could also hit that notification bell so you can be notified anytime we put out new content, that would be appreciated also. So yesterday was April 22nd, 2023, also known as Record Store Day to us vinyl nerds. And for me, I'm typically not the guy that stands in line early in the morning to get in for Record Store Day. I've only done that once a year and a half ago so I could get that Saigon Kick Lizard reissue. Typically, I'm the guy that strolls in around 11 or 12 or so to see what they have left and hopefully get a few things that I want. Unfortunately, unless you were there first thing in the morning, I imagine you didn't get a hold of the Van Halen Live Right Here, Right Now reissue. I did not either. The first record I'm going to open up is a record that I did want, and I was very happy that it was still available, and that would be the 1989 debut album from Mr. Big. So here is the reissue. This was put out with Revolution Music Group, U.F.O X5. I'm not really sure what all that is. But again, it's a reissue of their Atlantic debut. So here is, it's got one of these, instead of shrink wrap, it's got one of these like sealed or resealable plastic covers. I'm not a big fan of those, but I'll probably keep this one because I want this hype sticker. It says collector's edition, only 3,500 copies. Includes the smash hits, Addicted to That Rush, Rock and Roll Over, and Anything for You. 180 gram solid blue vinyl. So there you go. The front cover of Mr. Big, still in this protective covering, and the back cover with a picture of the band. So let's go ahead and open up this bad boy. Yeah, this is why I really don't like these. I realize if you have something that's maybe hard to find, or like an OG copy of something, those can be, great to protect your records. But personally, for me, for getting it in and out for listening purposes, I don't like it. I find records tend to stick to them sometimes. So anyway, here is the front cover of the Mr. Big debut without that protective covering, and the back cover. So let's take this sleeve out and see what we have here. All right, let's go ahead and get everything out. So first thing I notice is a separate lyric sheet, which I'm pretty excited about because sometimes reissues like this, like from Friday Music or whoever, don't always give you the inside sleeve like would have come with the original copy or a lyric sheet or anything. Obviously this does, so that's really cool. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this blue record, which should be pretty cool. And it is. It's almost purple, but it says it's blue, so we'll go with it. So there's the blue vinyl with the Mr. Big logo, big and bold in the middle, side one, side two. All right. So that's everything with this record. Now, most people are probably more familiar with Mr. Big's second record, Lean Into It, which was a Record Store Day reissue a year and a half ago, actually the same day as that Saigon Kick I talked about before. Unfortunately for them, this album, didn't do a whole lot chart-wise or sales-wise for them. All the the major hits and everything that most people know are on their second album, Lean Into It. But this is a great record by a bunch of great players. It's got Billy Sheehan on bass, Eric Martin on vocals, Pat Torpey on drums, and the great Paul Gilbert on guitar. So check this album out if you get a chance, whether it's this way or vinyl or something. So we're going to move right along and look at our second release, second pickup. And this one I totally forgot was even coming out, and I just happened to look up on the wall, and there it was. But this is U.F.O, the best of U.F.O. Let's see. Will the last man standing turn out the light? The best of U.F.O. So now I won't claim to know a whole lot about this band. I mean, I know like Dr. Doctor and Rock Bottom and Lights Out and all that kind of stuff. I do have Strangers in the Night, their famed live album. I've not gotten into this band as much as I hoped. I mean, I'm aware of their legacy, and I know that they're a massive influence on the new wave of British heavy metal of the late 70s and early 80s, and bands like Maiden and Priest and Raven and a lot of those type bands or whatever, from that period. So let's check it out. So U.F.O, Will the Last Man Standing Turn Out the Light, Record Store Day exclusive 2 LP heavyweight red and yellow vinyl. And this is open right here, so you can see the red and yellow vinyl inside there. But yeah, so this is a band I definitely want to explore more. Like I said, I do have Strangers in the Night, and it is a good album. I'll admit sometimes I listen to it and I think they're like a heavier version of Foghat, but maybe not as cool. I'm sure a whole bunch of people are about to blast me for that one. because U.F.O, maybe not a big selling band, compared to a lot of their contemporaries, but definitely a band that the people that like them absolutely love them. So there we go. So anyway, here we go. Front cover of U.F.O without the cellophane. Here's the back with the track listing. Pretty basic. I haven't seen anything released on Chrysalis Records in forever. So that's pretty interesting. And then there's actually all these studio albums or all the albums, period, like live album and everything, on the bottom there. So that's pretty neat. All right, so let's see what we have here. All right, let's go ahead and pull out the insides of everything here. All right, so first thing I'm going to look at is inside here. This is really cool. So instead of a lyric sheet, it looks like they have a bunch of like maybe interviews or quotes or whatever, or people just people from the band and producers or whatever just talking about the various albums and songs and everything. So that's really cool. That's fun to read. I'll definitely read that later. So let's see. Ooh, oh, this is pretty awesome. So red and yellow. So one's red, one's yellow. We're going to look at the yellow one first. This is actually, I'm assuming this is the second record. I'm not really sure, but as you can see, it is yellow vinyl. I'm not going to take it out of this cellophane or this plastic because it's really hard to get that back in there. So there's both sides of the yellow record. And then if we look at the other one, the red record, we'll go ahead and take it out. Why not? Oh, I can put it back in when I'm done. All right, so there you go. So that's really cool. Really, really cool. All right. So there you have it. U.F.O, the best of U.F.O. Well, let's see. What does it say? Will the last man standing turn out the light? Okay, there you go. All right, so my third and final record store day pickup is from a band that I've kind of liked on and off over the years. I saw this band open for Tonic back in like 1998 at an MTV-related concert tour thing. And then they had a song from 2002 called Somewhere Out There that's really personal to me. That would be this new compilation called Collected by Our Lady Peace. Now, this album, this collection is not even on Wikipedia anywhere. And I don't know if it's just a record store day release or if they're actually going to put this out like in digital formats or something later. But I kept, I actually didn't pick this up yesterday. I was actually in the record store for other reasons today and decided to go ahead and pick up a copy since it was still there. It was like something was calling me to get this record. So pretty excited about it. So yeah, it says Record Store Day Canada. They're actually Our Lady Peace are actually the Record Store Day Canada ambassadors. So that's pretty neat. But it says Our Lady Peace Collected, celebrating 30 years of OLP, limited edition, 2 LPs on transparent vinyl. So man, all these pickups I got yesterday, one's blue, one has a red and yellow vinyl, and this one apparently is translucent. So let's go ahead and open this up. And I'm going to be delicate about this because I do like to keep, cool hype stickers, from special releases or whatever. So, all right. See if I can't just slide this out of here. All right. And the Our Lady Peace logo, is cut out, so that's pretty neat. So again, there it is without the cellophane, and there it is on the back, the track listing. And I will admit, I'm probably not as familiar with this band as I should be outside of their like 3 or 4 American hits like Starseed and Superman's Dead and Somewhere Out There. And I'm sure there's a few other ones I'm not thinking of right offhand. So first things first, let's go ahead and pull out this inside piece here. And it doesn't look like it's a lyric sheet or anything like that. It just looks like it's liner notes for every song, like who wrote it, who produced it, what album, all that fun stuff, all the publishing and all that. It looks like, and I wasn't aware of this, but it looks like Bob Rock actually produced some of their stuff. And, he's the famed producer that produced Dr. Feelgood for Motley Crue, produced the Black Album, as well as a lot of other stuff. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at one of these translucent records. The first things we'll do is look at the first inner sleeve. I'm not really sure what all that is. I imagine some of the pictures here are pictures of the band and then other random things. All right, so this is cool. This is pretty cool. Save the best for last here. Look at that. Look at that. That's fancy. Translucent vinyl. That is really cool with the Our Lady Peace sticker in the middle. Same thing on the other side. Now, I imagine the second record is exactly the same, but we'll double check anyway. Plus, the outer sleeve for this one is different. So again, I'm not a real deep person or artsy or anything like that, so I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be. But that's one side, and here is the other side of the second record. And if I pull it out just a little bit, you see it's the exact same translucent vinyl. So that's really cool. It's really cool to pick up 3 record store day things, and all 3 of them be some sort of fancy, you know, colored or clear vinyl. So I think that's really cool. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. So, you know, again, I enjoy it. You know, like I say, I don't stand in line. I usually go later in the day, but I do try to get out and support my local record store, which is really what it's all about. So that's all I've got for you this time. Like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel below. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we put out new content. I've got the rest of my Inside the Vinyl series, which includes everything from unboxings, like, you know, new releases, reissues, box sets, whatever. I've got my Lost Classic series, which that Mr. Big album may be part of at some point. I've got my live album series. I've also got some concert footage from some different concerts and festivals over the last few years. And that about sums it up. So like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.
There you go, boy.